PCOS and has your biggest thing for months been on end, what do I do to get pregnant? Do you fall asleep wondering, am I ever going to be able to get pregnant? And have you had a situation where you've been at the doctor talking about your PCOS and you've just been handed a pamphlet and a prescription for metformin and you walk out the door? You are not alone and you are in exactly the right place watching this video if that's you. I know what it feels like to be completely dismissed by a medical provider. And that's why I'm here talking with women like you who have PCOS, because PCOS is a complex syndrome and everybody has a different PCOS story. But it's hard because so often the treatments are only, lose weight or go on metformin. And that doesn't take into account all of this complexity of what your body is doing. And so, in my own story, I was struggling with anxiety and I went in to see my provider and was just handed a prescription for a sedative. I took it, fell asleep, woke up, and I was incredibly angry and frustrated because it didn't take away the underlying fears that I had. It just made me fall asleep. And so in that moment, I knew I needed to go find something that would actually heal my anxiety. And I did that. I've now been free from anxiety for years. And so that's why I love working with women like you who have PCOS, because so often you're told that there's only one answer out there and it may or may not work. But in reality, there's many different ways to be supporting your body to understand what it is that's leading to your infertility picture with PCOS. So, hi, I'm Dr. Potter. Thanks so much for being here. Today, I am answering the question, how can I increase my fertility with PCOS? And as you're watching this, go ahead, like this video, subscribe here so you stay updated on all the videos that are coming out. I have this really cool list of PCOS topics that I am going to be covering. So if you have PCOS and have been struggling with trying to get pregnant, then click subscribe because you're going to get a lot of great content. Okay, so, how can I increase my fertility with PCOS? Brings us back to that idea again of this big shortfall of treatments, right? One is, well, just go lose weight. But then you aren't told what is an effective way to lose weight that's not really restrictive eating. And then there's metformin, and metformin has got some great research behind it. A lot of women respond to it really well, but not everyone. And metformin doesn't answer all the underlying issues that are happening in your body that's leading to your infertility. So in order to increase your fertility with PCOS, a few key things need to happen. Number one, you need to figure out what type of PCOS you have. There's 4 different types, and I'm going to be doing a video on each one of the types. So be sure to catch those videos. The reason that you need to figure out what type of PCOS you have is because there's different treatments for different ones. And when you understand that and get a treatment plan based on your type of PCOS, that's when you get the best results. So then the second key thing to focus on is what your hormones are doing, right? Have you had your hormones tested? And I'm not just talking about progesterone and estrogen. You want to get a wide view of your hormonal picture. You want to understand many different hormones and how they are interacting together because it's all one system. Thyroid is really important for both the PCOS picture and specifically infertility. Not something that people immediately think of when they're talking about hormones having to do with fertility. Usually it's just those reproductive hormones. So it's important to understand this hormonal picture in your body, what's going on, what's kind of your baseline right now, and what needs to be worked on in order to bring you optimal fertility. And then the third thing The third key thing that you need to figure out is the root cause of what's leading to your ovulation issues and your fertility issues, because your body is a whole system. It's not just that one prescription drug is going to all of a sudden bring forth your fertility. Now, many people have success with that. That's awesome. But for others, they're still struggling, right? And you might have tried metformin and you're here because you're like, yeah, that didn't work for me. And so understanding different systems in the body and how they're connected to fertility. Gut issues can affect fertility. I mentioned thyroid, right? So looking at different hormonal pieces, our adrenal glands, our stress response to the world is important in fertility. And I'm not just saying, hey, you're struggling with infertility, go, you know, lose your stress, be less stressed out. That's incredibly unhelpful when you're struggling with infertility. Am I right? What we actually need to do is figure out what your stress response in your body is doing physiologically, and if that's an appropriate response or not. And if it's not, then to fix that, because that can be a part of a fertility picture as well. So those are three key areas to focus on with your fertility and PCOS. If you've been struggling, if you have PCOS and you have not been able to get pregnant, and you are just heartbroken that, you feel like your dreams of being a mother are dashed, reach out. Let's talk. Sign up for one of my I want my body to work right PCOS breakthrough assessments. They're free. You and I are going to meet together online. We're going to be talking about what you've been doing so far to support your fertility, why that hasn't been getting you the results that you want, and then action steps that you can take in order to improve your fertility. So go ahead, I'll put the link below. Sign up for one of those I want my body to work right PCOS breakthrough assessments. They're free. You and me are going to meet one-on-one. And then stay tuned for more videos about PCOS and infertility. Bye.